This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Monday the 24th of December 2012. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, the vote. You now have the opportunity to decide on the future of Informer News, plus a secret space program, Mars and the Nibiru link, conflicting information about what's really going on the Martian surface, plus the royal hoax call. You remember those two Australian presenters that did a hoax call to the hospital where Kate was being treated for severe morning sickness due to her pregnancy, and the dire consequences that had for that young nurse who allegedly committed suicide. Although myself, I'm not too sure about that, my friends. But anyway, let's go into this week's news. Okay, we're going to start with that report about the hoax call that's cost the young nurse her life. The following information was reported on the following website, www.thetruthseeker.co.uk. So, a 46-year-old nurse, a mother of two, commits suicide after being fooled by a phone call into thinking two prank-playing Australian presenters were British royalty, as revealed in the transcript of the phone call. She didn't reveal anything that could seriously embarrass the royals, and the hospital managers didn't even reprimand her either. After all, she did absolutely nothing wrong. Yet days later, the mother of two is found dead after committing suicide over the incident, apparently. So why did she commit suicide over this incident, if indeed she did commit suicide? It certainly seems an overreaction, but if nothing else, her suicide will deter others from trying to embarrass the royals. After all, it's not something the senior members of the Royal House of Windsor take lightly, as Princess Diana discovered to her cost. So why would a 46-year-old nurse and mother of two commit suicide over something as inconsequential as this? Don't you think that her two children and the prospects of raising them would be more important to her than the embarrassment of being fooled by a prank phone call? The outcry alone is enough to raise suspicions that this is being orchestrated. Foremost among the media outlets making great play of this is the BBC, as ever, with the rest of the British media dutifully following alongside. I'm not saying that Janith Saldana didn't commit suicide, but elements at work to exploit her death to the full, to the benefit of the British royal family and their privacy. This is what the Yorkshire Post put out on December the 7th, 2012. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were deeply saddened today after a nurse who was duped by hoaxers in a call to the hospital treating pregnant Kate apparently took her own life. Janith Saldana was found at an address near the King's Edward V11 Hospital in London this morning. She had been the victim of two Australian radio presenters who impersonated the Queen and the Prince of Wales to obtain a condition update on Kate, who was suffering from severe morning sickness at the private hospital. In a statement, St James Palace said the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are deeply saddened to learn of the death of Janith Saldana. The Royal Highnesses were looked after so wonderfully well at all times by everybody at King Edward's V11 Hospital, and their thoughts and prayers are with Janith Saldana's family, friends and colleagues at this very sad time. The hospital said in a statement, "We can confirm the tragic death of a member of our nursing staff, Janith Saldana." Janith has worked at the King's Edward V11 Hospital for more than 4 years. She was an excellent nurse and well-respected and popular member of staff with all her colleagues. We can confirm that Janith was recently the victim of a hoax call to the hospital. The hospital has been supporting her at this difficult time. Hospital Chief Executive John Lofthouse said, "Our thoughts and deepest sympathies at this time are with her family and friends. Everyone is shocked by the loss of a much-loved and valued colleague." Scotland Yard said the death was not being treated as suspicious. Lord Glenarthur, the hospital chairman, said this is a tragic event. Janith was a first-class nurse who cared diligently for hundreds of patients during her time with us. She will be greatly missed. Now for what transpired between the two Australian presenters and the hospital staff. Christiane, Let's give the hospital a call and see if we can get Kate Middleton or maybe even Prince Wills on the phone tonight. So the number is going in. Oh geez, I hope this happens. Phone rings. Receptionist. Hello, good morning. King's Edward V11 Hospital. Greg, Queen's voice. Oh, hello there. Could I please speak to Kate? Please, my granddaughter. Receptionist. Oh yes, just hold on, ma'am. Greg. Thank you. Christian. Are you putting us through? Greg. Yes. Laughter. Christian. If this has worked, it's the easiest prank call we have ever made. Your accent sucks. By the way, I just want you to know. Laughter. Greg. I'm not used to playing 80-year-olds. Phone connects. Kate, my darling, are you there? Nurse. Good morning, ma'am. This is the nurse station. How may I help you? Greg. Hello. I'm just after my granddaughter, Kate. I want to see how her little tummy bug is going. Nurse. She's sleeping at the moment and has had an uneventful night, and sleep is good for her as we speak. She's been given some fluids to rehydrate her because she was quite dehydrated when she came in, but she's stable at the moment. Greg. Okay. Well, I'll just feed my little corgis then. Barking in the background. So when is a good time to come and visit her? Because I'm the Queen, so I'll need a lift down there. Charles? When can you take me to the hospital? Charles? Christian, pretending to be Prince Charles. When will it be okay to come down and see her? Maybe in the morning or something, if that's okay. Nurse. I would suggest that any time after 9 o'clock would be suitable because the doctors will be in the morning and we would just be getting her freshened up in the morning. I would think any time after 9 o'clock. Christian. Wonderful. Is Will still there or has he gone home? I haven't spoken to him yet. Nurse. He went home at about 9:30 last night. Actually, probably about 9 o'clock last night. Christian. Okay, lovely. But they're all okay. Everything all right? Nurse. Yes. She's quite stable at the moment. She hasn't had any wrenching with me since I've been on duty, and she has been sleeping on and off. Christian. Wonderful. Nurse. I think it's difficult sleeping in a strange bed as well. Christian. Yes, of course. It's hardly the palace, is it? Greg. It's nothing like the palace, is it? Charles. Oh, when are you going to walk those bloody corgis? Christian. Mumsy, I'll go and take the dogs outside. Greg. I need to go and visit Kate in the morning. My dear, thank you so much. Nurse. You're welcome. Greg. Thank you. Bye. Christian. Goodbye. Hang up. Laughter. Greg. She was giving us real information. Christian as Prince Charles. Mumsy, I think they believed everything we said. Greg. I'm the Queen. Bow for me. Bow for me. Christian. Bow for you and your terrible accents. To view the full transcript, my friends, go to my website, ntimes23.com, where I've posted this link. These next two reports have conflicting information about what's really going on the Martian surface. We're going to start by a video that Captain Bill put out on, well, it's his video 96 that was posted on December the 4th, 2012, and it originates from YouTube channel Atlantic Opera. And it starts December the 8th, 2012. Friends, as I promised, here is an update on the planet. Many dozens of scientists of your planet are being transferred to the new laboratories on Mars. In the two cities that are in full activity, there are laboratories of all segments already installed properly. After the shutdown of the space program here, all personnel connected to your MSN already have been transferred there. Virtually all the world's gold reserves have been transferred there as well, with the exception of the reserves of China and Russia. Your whole economy is turning around paper without ballast because the reservations that guarantee are no longer here. Many of your great art collections in libraries and museums and your Vatican have also been transferred. Everything that exists today exposed to the public's eye is false. The planet is being emptied for quite some time, and now there is exodus of resources is coming to an end on the agenda of the elite. To view the full transcript, go to my website, ntimes23.com, where you can find the link. This following report originates from projectcamelot.org and was posted on Kerry's blog on the 25th of October 2012. Kerry's blog, Secret Space Program, New Intel, Thursday 25th of October 2012, written by Kerry Cassidy. A conversation with the way above top secret Nsa Whistleblower. The following was sent to me from a source who is in touch with the Nsa Whistleblower. This is way above top secret. The caveat is whether there is an orchestrated leak for purposes unknown. This is the same guy who talked about the Colorado fires being used to camouflage the movements of large equipment. I cannot confirm or verify the following other than to say that my source D is fully trusted. Whether he is being used and manipulated, I do not know. Regardless, this is highly interesting intel that, if true, and at least some of the points made have been substantiated by other testimonies, then this is real insight into what the secret space program is currently involved in. Transcript. D. How are you? Z. Not too bad, considering. D. You've been away for some time. Z. Yes, it was a long trip this time, very hard on my team, and even harder on my family. D. I thought you were retired. Z. Yeah, right. D. Can I jump right in? Z. You've never been the shy type. D. Was the jump room required for this assignment? Z. You're not going to stop with that, are you? D. You have to admit it's pretty amazing stuff to us mere mortals. Z. Wish I'd never seen it. D. So you have used it before? Z. No comment. D. Can we talk about Mars? D. I understand they're evacuating a lot of the surface personnel and sending most of the fleet back here. Is that true? Also, from what I understand, they are apparently moving a lot of the bigger hardware, computer lab equipment and such, much deeper underground below the base, correct? Z. I'm impressed. D. Is it true? Z. Yes, it's true, and much, much more. Mars is going to take the real beating. She will be the closest during the passage to Nibiru. But trust me, we'll get ours when the time comes. D. Could you be a bit more specific? Ours? Z. We will be on the other side of the sun when Nibiru pivots. Mars will be between her, Nibiru, and the sun. I think we can all see the massive canyon, Herbs, that was cut into Mars when Nibiru grounded during her last passage. D. Copy that. Z. In 2013, when we, the Earth, enters the debris field, we will be also into phasing at the entry of the rift. No matter how good our targeting systems, our plasma systems, if the polarity shift, multi-dimensional phasing or changes were pretty much dead in the water, nothing will function. It will be like walking out into a hailstorm without any clothing on, a rather painful experience. All models and simulations show a 87 to 91% probability of this occurring. D. Thus the extremely deep tunneling systems, Earth, Mars. Z. Yes, and other precaution. D. Can we talk about the US military and their instructions within our country during the time of change? Z. No. D. Is it that bad? Z. Yes. D. Is blue beam still on the boards, still a consideration? Z. Yes. My team feels it will fail and cause more complications, more distrust within the military. But there are some who feel it will be very convincing and needed for ultimate control and unification. I cannot express how disappointed I am concerning this decision. D. Do we really have any say in this? Is there anything we can do to oppose this group, their decision? Z. Not really. At this point, it would take global communication and agreement, not possible at our current level. D. May I humbly ask how things got to this point? Z. The technical deception was not realised until it was too late. 1950s, early 1960s. The effort to correct the situation is being implemented. It's so complex, it's impossible to explain at this point, but extreme efforts are being made to change our alliance. Many of us have died attempting this. D. I took your advice and took pictures during sunset outside the Denver DIA area. You can clearly see the phasing energy system in the sky. Z. Try the ultraviolet spectrum system filter in 10 mg exposure. You'll be amazed at what you'll capture. I have to go. I'm sorry, I can't say more right now, but we're doing what we can. D. What else can I do? Z, at this point it's what we're all doing, trying to help. Z, take care, my friend. For the full transcript, go to my website, ntimes23.com, where I've posted the link. And finally, well guys and gals, the 21st of December has come and gone with no destructive event occurring, which is fantastic news for all of us. But wait, that does not mean Nibiru does not exist. But what it does mean is that the elite, the controllers, have been doing the rounds, posting timelines that are fake. And when Nibiru appears months or weeks later, you will be caught off guard. In other words, the people in power running this world of ours know the date and time for this coming event, which is under wraps and classified way beyond ultimate top secret. I truly believe that. But as I promised you months ago, it's time to decide on Informer News' future. As you are aware, months ago I put out a video stating that if Nibiru did not appear and cause a destructive event by the 21st of December 2012, then this channel would cease to exist. But I was overwhelmed by supporters asking me to carry on, even if Nibiru did not appear by that date. So to be fair to my many supporters, viewers and subscribers, I'm holding a public vote on the Informer News broadcast future. If you want the Informer to carry on broadcasting weekly reports, then press the thumbs up icon under this video. If you don't want the Informer to broadcast any more news reports, then press the thumbs down icon under this video. The vote will end on Friday the 29th of December 2012 at 10 PM GMT. That's Greenwich Mean Time here in the UK. To view the results, view under my video after that timeline. Remember, thumbs up to continue broadcasting, thumbs down to discontinue broadcasting. Whatever the result is, be it my final video or the beginning of more Informer News videos, I will put out another video on Monday the 31st of December 2012. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your support over these past years. And God bless you all, my friend. Okay, my friends, you're all invited to join this channel by subscribing to ntimes23, which is a totally free subscription service. You're also invited to add me as a friend on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Both the links are under this video. All this week's news links can be found on my website, ntimes23.com. The link is under this video. Just click on the link and go to the top left-hand corner of the opening page and click on Informer News links. You will find all this week's news links at the top of the page under this week's title video. Well, that's your lot for this week, my friends. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, I've got a search engine now on my website, ntimes23.com. You can find it at the top left-hand corner of the opening page. So this is your Informer signing off. Friends, see you on the flip side. This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Monday the 24th of December 2012. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, she did absolutely nothing wrong. Yet days later, the mother of two is found dead after committing suicide over the incident, apparently. So why did she commit suicide over this incident, if indeed she did commit suicide? It certainly seems an overreaction, but if nothing else, her suicide will deter others from trying to embarrass the royals. After all, it's not something the senior members of sickness due to her pregnancy and the dire consequences that had for that young nurse who allegedly committed suicide. Although myself, I'm not too sure about that, my friends. But anyway, let's go into this week's news. Okay, we're going to start with that report about the hoax call that's cost the young nurse her life. The following information was reported on the following website, www.thetruthseeker.co.uk. So, a 46-year-old nurse, a mother of two, commits suicide after being fooled by a phone call into thinking two prank-playing Australian presenters were British royalty, as revealed in the transcript of the phone call. She didn't reveal anything that could seriously embarrass the royals, and the hospital managers didn't even reprimand her either. After the votes, you now have the opportunity to decide on the future of Informer News, plus the secret space program, Mars and the Nibiru link, conflicting information about what's really going on the Martian surface, plus the royal hoax call. You remember those two Australian presenters that did a hoax call to the hospital where Kate was being treated for severe morning